What is up, guys? How we doing? Hey, beautiful day out, sunny. It's cold, but hey, you'll have that. We just got back from the gym. We've been going since last Friday, getting back into really full go on my diet. I'm enjoying it, losing weight again. But I wanted to do a video. I was talking to Sarah while we were at the gym, and she said, you know, you might want to talk about what the changes were from 2022 to 2023, because in 2022 we had our worst year in 14 years, guys. 2024 will be my 15th year in business, so we had our worst year in 2022. Now, a lot of it had to do with rain. Okay, we had almost 180 rain days. That's kind of tough, you know what I mean, to deal with. But I started thinking about it, and I'll be honest with you, man. I had a little bit of depression going on in 2022. It was just a year after my father passed away, and it was just still eating away at me. I didn't know the Lord at that point in time. Things were just really rough, and what I did is every time it rained or every time an obstacle got in my way, instead of facing it and pushing through it, I just withered. And it happened like that all year, and by the end of the year I was so dejected and so down. I didn't know if I wanted to do lawn care again. We did our taxes, and we made probably $50,000 less. And so I was, racking my brain, like, what did I do wrong? Okay, so here's a couple of the mistakes I made. Number one, I was lazy. And I'll be dead honest with you, because once you hit a depression level, you start to get lazy, because you allow the depression to take over, and you don't just put that out of the back of your mind and push forward. At times, some people do, I did not. So what did I do different? This last season, I only subbed out 2 of my mulch jobs. I figured, you know what? If we're going to make a living at this and we're going to do better than we did, I need to get my rear end out here and start mulching and edging these properties. And I'm going to start it in March. I had only one customer say, I don't want it in March, can you do it at this time? And I was like, you know what, that's good, because by that time I'll have mowed for 2 months, I'll need a change of scenery, and I'm going to do it. So I definitely took back over most of my mulch. Now, love my guy Nick. He does his crew does a fantastic job. He does a fantastic job. And there are jobs I absolutely need him on. Another thing I did is I took every small job I could get. Okay, I didn't say, well, it's raining out today, I'm not going to do it. Well, I'm behind, so I can't do it now. I just pushed through. If I was out mowing, I remember a guy made a comment this year and said, you can't mow and hedge trim in the same day. For whatever reason he said it, I don't know, but I was doing all that stuff. Look, just because, you guys have to remember this, and usually your haters are the ones that don't want to mention this to anybody, but I'm not showing you my entire day on video, okay? Nobody would want to watch that. It's way too long, and I'm just not doing it. So I do a lot of work that 100% of you don't see. A few of my close friends know what I do and they understand it, and we kind of laugh about it when we see some of the comments. You almost have to just laugh, because folks think that I went out and cut 4 yards, and then at the end of the day I was tired and I just came home and that was it. You know, if you want to believe that, that's great, but that's not what the video is about. I'm trying to help somebody out there who went through this. Maybe you had a year where you were really down and you just didn't do as much as you could. Maybe you're at the point now where you're like, man, I don't want to go another year in this. I'm not making enough money. The money is there, and it's there if you want it. So what I did last year is I decided, well, first of all, I went to church. I gave my life to the Lord, and I said, you know what, Lord, whatever you put in front of me, I'm going to handle it, because I got you now. And he put more work in front of me than one human being could possibly handle, and I handled it. I wasn't exhausted. I wasn't worn out. I never got home last year past 5 o'clock in the evening. Never. I didn't have to work Sundays. I haven't worked a Sunday from March until now. I have not worked one Sunday. And if you all know, for the last couple of years, you guys have been seeing me working 7 days a week. A lot of you. So I have to give credit to the Lord for the biggest part of it. But the second biggest part of it, I took upon myself, and I said, look, what are you doing wrong? Okay? I was scheduling jobs incorrectly. I was, so what I did this year is I did the mulch up until the middle of April. At the very start of April, I started mowing. People were calling me, oh, my grass is... Look, folks, one thing you got to understand in business, you can run around with the chicken like a chicken with your head cut off, or you can take a deep breath and just say, you know what, that's going to be there tomorrow. And if it's that important that it gets done today, you may want to have someone else do it. I just literally gave up the stress. I just gave it up. I said, you know what? I'm going to get done what I can get done, and tomorrow's another day, and I'll get done what I can get done then. And I'll just continue to keep getting done what I can get done. And it worked out perfectly. Man, you have no idea how stress-free my year has been. Now, there were times, yes, when I was stressed. Of course, there are days where you're stressed. That doesn't mean your overall year was stressful. If you guys remember, our truck broke down. We had to have that hauled away. Had to have a new fuel pump put in, and everybody was telling me, well, why don't you take it home and drop the fuel? Dude, I'm not set up for that, okay? Not set up for that. Nor do I have the time when I have to get back out the next day and go to work, okay? I'm not going to let things just slide when I've got another truck that I hooked up and just took off with. You guys can remember that. I took the Ford with me. We had our refrigerator go out 2 weeks later. We had the clutch in the mower go out 2 weeks later. And I fixed that myself. But thank God, like I said in yesterday's video, I had a support system set up that these guys loaned me their mowers to help me get through. And, I made so many mistakes in 2022, and it was based off of so many different things. The problem was, at the end of the day, it was me. I didn't want to go out when it was sprinkling. I didn't want to go out when it was 100 degrees. I didn't want to go out. I wanted to have a business, but I didn't want to put the effort in that I had put in the previous 12 years. Well, guess what? It showed. So this last year, I will tell you, was one of my most successful seasons financially ever. But guys, if you are out there and you are struggling, the first place you have to look is inside here and look in the mirror. Are you giving everything you have? Now, I'm not one of those guys that's going to be out working till 8 o'clock every night. I don't dislike being at home. I love being at home. I love my wife. I love being around her. We have a good time. We have fun. I don't enjoy my home that much that I don't want to go back home. So I get the work done, I get it done, and it's over with. And when I'm done with it, it's done. I go home. But I was just thinking about that. Like, what was the big change in 2023? And it was me. And it was what the Lord did for me to just open my eyes. And man, things have been great. So I'm blessed. No matter what happens, I'm blessed. And guys, if you got any questions or concerns or comments, you can email me, and I'd be more than happy to help, because I have time to help now. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. And as always, Dr. Real was in the house. Keep it real, guys. Enjoy your day. Enjoy every minute of it, man. You're blessed. God loves you. Peace.